Hey, what's up you guys? It's me, Kath. I'm currently dying because I'm 2 weeks away from the end of the semester, which means it is finals time. But I wanted to make this video because I just got this in the mail and I'm super excited about it. This is the very obvious dupe for the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. It is made by Bad Habit Beauty and it is sold through Shop Hush. It retails for $12, which is a huge price jump from the $65 Desert Dusk palette. I actually got this for $10 because I ordered it on Black Friday, so they had a little special going on. And I'm pretty impressed. I've never ordered from Shop Hush before, but I got free shipping from it ordering through the app, and it came really quickly. I was expecting it to not get here for 3 weeks, but I ordered it last Friday and it got here on Thursday, so it took 5 days in total to get here, which is pretty impressive. This is what she looks like. I have swatched her already, so she's not perfect looking, but she's super gorgeous palette, extremely gorgeous. Let me just read the description of this palette on their website. Forgive me for reading from my phone. I just don't have a perfect memory. I'm sorry. Details. Inspired by the Greek goddess of wisdom and war. Wow, that's a really interesting way of saying inspired by Huda Beauty. This 18 shade collection will inspire with its wide range of shades and innovative formulas. Featuring 4 unique textures, Athena has 8 soft and bold mattes, 6 buttery pearled shimmers, 3 shade shifting duochrome toppers, and 1 eye-catching glitter. Okay, so after reading that, I'm just gonna pop some finger swatches up here on the screen so you can see what this palette looks like. From top to bottom, I guess, because I'm holding my hand at an angle. We have Fierce, Triumph, Velour, Purity, Truth, Heroic, Gleam, Epic, Medusa, Justice, Lore, Power, Divine, Cunning, Wisdom, Prize, Daring, and Clever. So I have to say, obviously the swatches are really pretty. I'm pretty impressed with how this feels just from the swatches, but we don't really care about how it swatches. We care about how it performs on the eyes, correct? Alrighty, so with that being said, I'm gonna zoom you guys in and play around with this baby. I do have my foundation, concealer, and brows done already, so I will make sure to pop those products in the description box down below as always. They're not going away. I'm gonna dip into Lore, which is the pretty pure orange shade. It's a little powdery on the brush. There's a little kickback. Just gonna go into that very lightly on my, oh my god, okay, maybe not so lightly. This is pulling a little more red than I thought it was going to, but I'm not mad at it. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed. I can't believe I just said that. I am noticing right away that it's skipping in this part of my eye where I often have a lot of problems with my eyeshadow skipping, and that's something that I don't really judge eyeshadows for doing that because it happens to me 95% of the time. I really think it has to do with my primer or how I'm setting my eyelids, not necessarily the eyeshadows. That's something that I've really been trying to work on. If anyone has any primer suggestions or application suggestions, please let me know because it's really annoying. This looks totally different on both eyes. I'm really confused. I thought this brush was clean. So as you can see, this is so pigmented. I really want an easy button, but it has Manny MUA's face on it, and every time I press it, it just says so pigmented. And I also want one with Owen Wilson's face on it, and every time you press it, it just goes, wow. Okay, so next I'm going to be going into Power, which is the shade right next to Lure. It's this really pretty, just pure red matte shade. I'm going to use that to deepen up my crease. Okay, so I don't own the Desert Dusk palette, but I did go swatch it in store one time, and it literally felt like chalk, and I don't know if it was just something wrong with the one at my Sephora in Ohio, but it felt horrible, and like when I was swatching it, I was like, I literally can't believe people have paid $65 to own these shades of chalk pressed into little squares and packaged all pretty. And so like this feels way better than the one that I swatched in Sephora. But now I'm going to be going into the shade Justice, which is the matte purple. And I'm putting this on the outer corner of my eye. Okay, that shade has a little bit of fallout. Not a big deal. I think purples tend to have some fallout. I just need to be careful. I do already have my base on. But like other than that, I think it looks good. Just gonna go back into my crease with Lure. It's just not looking as orange as I envisioned when I created this look in my mind like 2 minutes ago. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my fave cut crease carver, the Colourpop No Filter Concealer, because in case you hadn't guessed, we're going to do a half cut crease today. Okie dokie. And I'm just gonna set that with the shade Purity, which is my shade of nude. And now, to start out with my lid, I'm just gonna use the shade Medusa, which is the peachy pink duochrome, and it was described as a topper, but after swatching it, I think it's gonna work as just on its own. It has quite a bit of fallout, but it's pretty. I think wetting your brush would help with the fallout, but I really just wanted to see how this worked, like not wet first. Now I'm gonna mix the shades Prize and Divine. It's the really red shimmery shade and the really copper shimmery shade. I'm going in with Prize first and then dipping my brush into Divine. And I'm just going to place that in between Medusa and Justice. I always like to blend my little half cut crease in with another shimmery color, and this also lets me use more colors! And I'm going to go back in with Justice, just a little bit right here. I want the purple to really pop out. And then I'm going to use this under my eye as well. So I'm going to use this little Real Techniques angled brush and just line my under eye with this. And now for my inner eye highlight, which you know I love. I'm gonna go in with Epic, which is the like lilac-y duochrome. And I'm just gonna go ahead and spray this right off the bat because I don't want this to like fall everywhere. Ah! I always am like, let me go in with a brush, and then I'm like, no, I'm just gonna use my finger. Okay, honestly, as an inner eye highlight, not the best shade for me, unless it's like really catching the light right. But that's my fault. It's a gorgeous shade, but it would probably work better on the lid. I think I'm gonna go over that with my actual highlighter when I finish up the rest of my face. Because there's not really like, I don't know. Let me try some Fierce. Fierce is like a pretty golden shade. Sometimes that works as an inner eye highlight on me. No? It's just a little too dark to be highlighty, and it's kind of making my eyes look sunken. It's not that it's dark, it's like when it's not caught in the light, all it is purple. Which is not good for right there. Okay, and I want to test out this glitter topper. So I'm going to go into Daring with my finger. I'm going to really carefully dab this over the copper. I think the only pressed glitter like this that I've ever owned are the Wet n Wild shadow singles. I think that's cute, personally. Let me just clean up this little edge. And add a touch more purple. Okay, so this is like the final shadow look. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup and be right back. Okay, so this is the final look I came up with today. I'm really feeling it. I love colorful eyeshadow, and I just haven't been playing around with it as much lately. So this was a lot of fun for me to do, and it let me really play with like pretty much everything. I mean, obviously not everything in the palette, but I got to try out all the textures and everything in the palette. So that was super cool. Let's see. Trying to find some bad things about this. Obviously, like the fallout. I would say the fallout level is the same as the Colourpop I Think I Love You palette. The shimmers in that have some like really bad fallout, but they're also some of the most like pigmented and like shiny, like almost to the point of being glittery, but not actually being chunky shimmers that I have. And I'd really say that like these shimmers are very similar to that. I have absolutely no complaints about the mattes whatsoever. I think they're your very like typical matte eyeshadow, where they're like nice and buildable and they blended really easily. I mean, like I think like the like red, the purple, and the orange blended together super nicely. Like it doesn't look muddy at all, even though it's like 3 different colors that don't always go together. I am noticing that here on my eye, the shade Medusa, the like duochrome topper that I used as a lid shade, it's kind of like feathering, I guess is the best word. So it doesn't really look like the half cut crease look that I was going for as much, but I still think it looks really pretty. And I think that's fine. I do have other palettes where I'm just like, okay, I can't use this shade if I want to do a half cut crease, so like this isn't the only palette that's like that. And like there's still plenty of things that I can do with this palette. I think that's pretty normal for a shimmer shade to be like that. Let me just touch up the edge a little bit. I did end up just going over the inside of my eye with a little bit of concealer, and I didn't end up adding an inner eye highlight. Yeah, I'm really impressed. Like I said, I only paid $10 for this, and I got the free shipping. And let's see, is like the amount of product? The amount of product is not like on this, and it's not on the website. But like it looks decent sized. It's pretty big. Bad Habit Beauty is cruelty free. And let's see. I would recommend this. Like I said, I wasn't impressed by the Desert Dusk palette, but I am impressed by this. And like, I'm not gonna lie, like the price point does have a lot to do with this. Like if this palette was like $50, actually, I don't know. I probably would still buy this if it was $50. Like, I really would, I think. I don't know, like obviously like I can't say for sure because this isn't $50, but like I would not buy the Huda Beauty palette though. Like I wouldn't. After swatching it in store, it was just a no from me. Yeah, I think that's the end of my video. I've been rambling a little bit. It's actually not 10 p.m., which is when I normally film my videos. So I will put a little update on how these wore throughout the day in the comments below, or not the comments, the description, as well as everything I have on my face today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions that I didn't answer because I'm really forgetful, please put them in the comments below. If you did like this video, please leave it a thumbs up. It really does mean a lot to me. And if you're not already, I would love if you subscribe to my channel, especially because I'm super close to 200 subscribers, which I know isn't a lot, but it's still a milestone and it's still really exciting for me. I know finals are kicking my ass a little bit, but YouTube is a great stress reliever for me, so I'm still going to be uploading throughout the month of December as consistently as I can. Yeah, now I'm going to shut up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.